Bruh, One Piece chapter 960. See, this is what I want. I'm a sucker for flashbacks. You guys already know that. So this chapter's an automatic 10 out of 10. Automatic 10 out of 10, baby. Yo. Are you fucking kidding me, man? Oden was a savage. And Oden was that dude, man. Like, you got different degrees of big dick energy, okay? Like, Luffy has medium dick energy. Luffy's like one of those guys, he'll probably grow into big dick energy. That sounds so suspect right now. But the fact is I guess pause. But the fact is that, like, look, man, Oden, this dude not only just waltzes in, but he sees the dead body of, or the dead remains, I'm guessing, of a comrade, and he says, like, yo, that's cool. He makes his food on top of the remains that were being cremated, and he drinks the sake and he puts it down and he says, like, yo, the next drink we'll share together be in the afterlife, which was a nice touch by Oda because, look, that's a nice way of foreshadowing that this dude's ultimately going to meet his end. So that was pretty cool, but I was always wondering, like, how the hell did Momonosuke have a father who was so badass? Now I understand. Like, this dude is essentially what Shanks would have been if Shanks was a shogun. Like, this is so fucking crazy. My dude, he threw his wet nurse onto the ground. When he was 2, he was already catching hairs. At the age of 2. Like, what? Like, this dude is strong. This dude is fast. This dude had a literal harem war that was breaking out because this dude, I'm guessing, is so good with the words and everything that he was able to lure the women out to the mountain that he was hiding out in. And the women, as his father said, was like, yo, they did have the right to actually leave. And as the story goes, essentially, because he wasn't holding them there against their will, and he had the harem going, my dude has some huge NBA going on, nut busting action, and the husbands and the fathers and the sons, they got all pissed off. They came marching up. They wanted all the smoke of Oden, and Oden kicked all of their asses. Like, this is One Piece's version of Chuck Norris. Like, this is so fucking crazy, man. Like, you guys remember, you know, you go back like 6 years ago, there were all these Chuck Norris memes, like Chuck Norris once beat Death because Death was afraid to kill him, like stuff like that, like whatever those memes were. Like, this is so fucking crazy, dude. Like, Oden is a fucking badass, and I love every single moment of it. Again, the harem war was probably my favorite, which this kind of leads me to say, go to this point right here. If Oden was this strong, that means Roger was very strong. You know, like, that's just one of those things. Like, if Roger was that damn strong, it makes a lot of sense. Again, like, you know, Garp and Roger, you know, I know that they work together and everything, so we know Roger's very strong, but the fact that Oden is doing some stuff like this is kind of lets you know, like, okay, like, if Oden was subservient to this dude, then, you know, Roger, like, Jesus Christ, like, we knew he was strong, but it's just like, damn. So that was kind of cool to actually see that bit right there. And I like how, you know, Denjiro is just walking around and he's, you know, scamming people out of the money. And you get this moment where Kin'emon, after he gets his ass whooped and it looks like he's going to have the white boar stole from him, which that's what he did when, you know, he was talking to Suru and, you know, saying like, yeah, we caught the white boar and we're going to get a whole platinum coin for this. And, you know, just kind of running his lips a little bit. And it's one of those things where I get it. The guy was trying to impress Suru. I totally understand that, man. You know, we've all been there to a certain extent where there's been somebody that we've been attracted to, and unbeknownst to us, we already got them hemmed up, but we don't know it yet. Because, you know, some women, you know, they play hard to get and you don't realize it. And sometimes you do a little bit extra talking that you don't need to do in order to try and impress them. You know, essentially, Kin'emon got caught with his pants down. But, you know, Kin'emon eventually gets the white boar back. And as he runs into Denjiro, one of the things he says, I know I'm saying the name wrong, forgive me for it. But, you know, one of the things he says is like, yeah, you know, you make a good point about this potentially being something that's set up as a way to lure the mountain god, but come on, man, like, whatever. You know, my man's just really thinking about, you know, I'm gonna get this money, and, you know, he's got some enemies. You know, one of the Yakuza's talking about peeling the skin off his bones and flailing the dude, like little small things like that. Like, you know that it's coming, at some point they're gonna cross paths with Oden. But I gotta say, like, just the build up towards that was so damn cool, because it just kind of shows you, like, you know, Oden's one of those dudes that, like, he walks to the beat of his own drum. He walks to the beat of his own drum. And what I like about his journey is the fact that when he stepped into Wano, he did so alone. But number one also is the fact that by joining Roger's crew and serving under Roger for a while, they're wrong about him. All people that have all these expectations and beliefs about him, they're wrong. He's been changed after going on Roger's crew and journeying with Roger, simply for the fact that before you can lead, you actually have to be somebody that follows. And that's one of the things. It says a lot about Roger as a leader, that he has people that can lead their own crew, or in this case, lead their own country. And that's one of the things I've always been impressed about with Luffy, is that all of the Straw Hats technically could have been a captain of their own crew. And like the Zoro crew would have been absolutely crazy. The Nami crew would have been absolutely crazy. The Sanji crew would have been absolutely crazy. Like, even Usopp could have been something like what Buggy was, you know, with all these lavish words and all the other stuff and a stroke of luck. Like, all of them could have led a crew. You know, Nico Robin could have led a crew doing a bunch of massages and happy endings and everything. Nico Robin just be a thought somewhere. But you get what I'm saying, though. But you get what I'm saying, though. Like, everybody in Luffy's crew could have been their own boss. And so to see this journey right here, this is one of those times where I know unpopular opinion, but after One Piece ends, I would like anthology series that follow the Straw Hats afterwards. I would like to see that. I would like to see what the Straw Hats do after One Piece eventually ends. But, you know, what I will say is I like how Oden's like, hey, give me that boar. If there's a mountain god coming, you know, I'm about to arm wrestle this bitch. He doesn't say he's gonna arm wrestle it, but that's just the type of energy he's giving, because that boar is coming back simply for the fact that it wants his kid back. So I like the fact that Oden's like, yo, I want all the smoke. You guys just stand here and watch. And what I like is the fact that this is how these characters actually meet. So I thought this was a pretty good setup right here. So overall, very good introduction into the flashback era. I really hope Oda stays in here. I want to learn more about Oden as a character. So for me, my question for you guys is, when it comes to entrances for One Piece characters, where does Oden's entrance rank in your opinion? Let me know down in the comment section below. But as always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching to the end. Have an awesome day, guys.